This is Rebecca, the Steampunk Planner. I have my coffee in hand and we're going to set up my memory keeping daily log. So I was a little more frustrated again with the Lauren Phelps cover because even the stickers that I usually put don't fit. We'll move on. So I did set up all the birthdays and anniversaries in my year in review, and I really don't like the look of it. I have ordered some stickers from a planner out of Germany and waiting still for those to come in. I have set up only the daily, weekly, and monthly in my goal keeping using my Winter White Esterbrook with the Wearing You the Plague ink in it. And here are my quarterlies. I did show you my year in tracking, and I haven't figured out that one yet. Mainly, I haven't had time since we've gotten back from Florida. I will state we had a family emergency in Florida. Everything is doing well, and I am very blessed as to that fact. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail other than the fact that my sister was sick, and she's doing very well now. So here I am going to set up my quarterly, and I'm going to do the same thing, I believe, at this time I believe, for all of the months as I get them. I am using the strips, the thinner of the strips, there's two different sizes, but the thinner of the strips actually covers one full box on the grid set up on each of the pages for the B5. The wider of those two will probably set up for the grid probably two of the boxes. Again, I have not figured out how exactly I want to track anything in my quarterlies. I did pencil in the tracking that I want it to do in my weekly, mainly because I want to use this area, but I really don't know how I want to use it. And I could say I want to use it properly, but I really don't know what that is at this moment. But I do want to decorate it up for each month to encourage myself. As you can see, I have not set up the December sample, but I did take some time and draw up some Art Deco flowers for on the January to welcome in a few flowers that, for encouragement, honestly, all of my rose bushes have dropped their flowers because we've had some snow. And January, we are going to get more. So for the monthlies, I want to use the new tabs. You can see I have three different sizes: small with a daisy, medium with the mod look, and then the larger one are more of the actual painting aspects. So I am going to use these tabs to dictate where I can pull up my monthly. Now, I do like to separate each of my tabs for the different areas, and I do this for how I normally open my book. When I went into my monthlies last year, I always opened them from the top. So this is where I'm putting the tab. And I think it looks superb. I love this. It's perfect. Thank you again, Catherine, for adding these to my kit. So now we're in the weeklies. I want to set up my weekly in my memory keeping using the tab that has the largest flower or decorative design. She usually has a tab that's large, another tab that has the smaller of the design, and then two neutral. And her tabs are always easy to lay down, much like the Coffee Monster tabs. It looks beautiful, and I really enjoy, and those will be on the side for easy access. Here you can see I have penciled in the tracking that I want to do, and I have a list. But again, I will go ahead and pencil them or pen them in for this video, but I really don't know what I'm going to do. Also, I have added area now with the B5 because it starts at 4 a.m. and ends at 4 a.m. So I can even put in my sleep, how I did or how I felt it was and how I feel in the morning. I can also do some recording because I was previously recording all of the scores for my sleep. So that will be me getting used to doing something there. I am going to go ahead and decorate the 1st of January with this beautiful piece. And it is very similar with the mod look of the edges and corners, but this is coming from the sheet that has more of the mod looks. And this actual sticker looks like one of the larger stickers that I received with the kit. I think this is great. And I'm actually going to use leftovers from my Christmas kit to add into the December last 2 days. Can you believe it? Last 2 days of December. Wow, I'm really still can't believe we're in 2025. But I hope your year is a beautiful year with amazing and wonderful accomplishments and new adventures. I will be doing a little more with this site, or channel I should say, with my artwork. I hope you don't mind. I have been enjoying that, doing all of my sampling previously to prep for 2025. And I think this is going to be a perfect year to introduce more artwork. So now that I have the last 2 days set up, I'm going to continue with January setup. So I was mentioning a moment ago about my tracking, and I'm going to use the tiny icons for Coffee Monster Co. in that tracking. I also know I have doctor's appointments on the 30th, which I am marking out with the tiny icons, and actually received an email with the newsletter stating that she will have more tiny icons coming up in January. And if you're like me and did not get both sets of her inks, those will be coming as well in January. I hope I can get at least 2 of each, just so, because they are exclusive and I don't know if she will keep those in stock. So I am going to track doing laundry, cleaning areas of the house, my computer or work, as well as working outside at this moment. I don't think I covered enough, but it's okay. Again, the first month is going to be a trial and error for all of us. I should have erased the cleaning ahead of time before I put the icons down, but yeah, didn't. It's just going to have to do. So right now I have in my Esterbrook Winter White, I actually filled it with the Diatramatus Black Archive or Document ink. If you've seen me mention before, this is not a true black, but it is waterproof, smudge proof, and because of its document or archival ink, it will last. And it will be an ink I will be using on a regular basis now for all of my planners, and the colorful inks will come in for time periods where I'm doing my Bible reading, for appointments, for special events, sleep, different things like that. And I'll introduce those as I do this because let me tell you, I'm going to be using my other inks. I've got plenty of pens to do that. I also have more stuff to show you that I got for Christmas. I have not done a Christmas haul. I will do that soon. So those are set up, and we are going to move on ahead now to doing the pages. All right, here we are. And again, yes, I did not get to set this up and test it out before, so you're going to do this with me. I have my list of how and what I want to do memory keeping for. We are on the very last page, so I don't want to use the last page of December just in case. And I'm going to go ahead and put the tab in for the days. Now, because last year I always kept on the sides, but you can put them on the bottom. I will show you that in my work planner. But I'm going to keep all of the week tabs and the daily memory keeping tabs on the side. That just worked best for me doing memory keeping, which is completely opposite when work. So here we are. And yeah, I laid this down wrong. So I'm taking the time and I am doing this for me. You can throw it down there how you like, but if you can take the time to fix something, go ahead if that's important to you, and this is important to me. So shifting my Post-it note, I am going to set this up. Now there are 2 more days in December, so I just realized I put this down without even considering that I had 2 more days in December. So I am going to go ahead and move my tab. You don't have to do this. I want to take advantage of the last 2 days in December to figure out how I want to journal in here. I have such a large page now, and it literally is 2 of the A5s. If you turn the A5 sideways, this is 2 pages of A5. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the leftover stickers. Again, not doing anything with the back of the last week of December, just in case. I can later. And I've already gone through the fun of putting this tab down the first time, so this will go down much easier this time. That being said, I am going to grab all of my stickers and we're going to do something that I have never done before. I'll get to that in a minute. Going to go ahead and place my vellum. I am using the double stick tape by Tomo. And I have tried, I did a video of a different company that I purchased from Amazon, and they're the 360 wheel for it, and over half of them, I would say the majority of them, would not lay down the double stick tape. They would just unravel. So thank God I only paid $6 for them. So here I am putting the vellum in the lower corner, and I'm going to add a few decorations here and there around it. I want this page to be my thoughts for January. Have maybe a quote or maybe a goal set on this page. As you can tell, I'm taking some time thinking because I really haven't figured this one out yet either. The time that we took in Florida really was important, but it really put me behind. And the last thing I thought about was setting up my journals for 2025 or even breaking them down any farther than I already had. These did not come with me, of course, but they also did not come with me mentally thinking about it, because I need to be where I was fully there. So I'm using the tiny strips, which are the 1-box grid size, to anchor the vellum, just so it's not pulling up in those areas and just adds another effect to it. So what I was saying earlier is one thing I have not done is set up my Sterling Ink Deluxe Kit for each day design throughout my planner. With my previous year 2024 planner, I did find I had a lot of leftover pages, which is fine. It allowed me to put cards in there, letters that I received, a bunch of different memory keeping items I didn't want to lose. But this year, I want to try and actually use a complete page for each day. So I am setting up each page for 31 days. Why did I reduce the size of January? That's February that's reduced. Anyway, so I'm going to set up for each day in January. I'm going to go ahead and put down my date and my day. And I'm going to design them each, applying the stickers in different places. I don't apply them in the same place, whether it was last year's journal or now this year's journal. I'm using items from the tickets and blocked out areas, and I'm loving those, along with going to be using each of the washies and artwork. So I'm going to just be quiet for the moment, let you see how I'm laying these out, and I'll be back to talk with you about how I apply the dates and days. All right, I'm going to stop here because I want to show you how I'm going to set up each of these. I did it off camera just so that I can make a focal point on here. So I've applied January 1st and Wednesday right next to the design. But over here you can see my design is in the bottom corner, and I've applied the date and day there as well. There is no set way of doing this. Make it for you. I'm just showing you some possible examples. Here I have the frame, which I have added flowers to and put in both the day on top of the date. And then with the washi, I put the day with the washi, date in the top corner. So again, make it how you want. This is going to be all new for me. This is my planner, and next we're going to be looking at the work planner and how I'm setting that up.